Please. Leave him alone.
Oh.
No, that other male must have came close.
What are they building down here?
I think she was saying they're building because this building's about a little falling apart. I mean,
Okay. Yeah.
But every
Well, that's where they're going to
place-
transfer it and make this a smaller.
Y'all did
Yeah.
that one time. Oh, look, they're building another, probably a bar bigger than Kelly said we got home the next morning. She said, I forgot to tip the waitress. My bartender. I said, wait, I can't go back now. She got to remember my face. Yeah.
How's everybody doing this morning?
fine.
Oh, where's everybody from?
Arizona.
Breaux,
Texas,
Arizona.
Arizona. Where else I heard?
Baton Rouge.
Baton Rouge, way over there. Where are y'all from?
right off of Bordelon Road, off of Grand Point.
Yeah. I'm from Breaux as well.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
We got the address, but I don't live in town.
Okay.
We live outside.
I know where Bordelon Road is. I lived off of Bordelon Road, actually right out of high school as well.
Oh, really? We live down the road where the dancing studio is. I always tell everybody the Pink Building.
Yeah. Can't miss it.
Sure can't.
Well, my name is Cal, like California. I'll be your tour guide. Has anybody ever been on an airboat before? We're not gonna be able to hear nothing right here. We're gonna get going. I'll tell y'all a little bit about everything.
All right.
Get to the first stop.
But after Katrina, we had a lot of people that had airboats that went in to do rescue. My brother-in-law has an airboat.
No, when it started, that's the
They
same
loaded up
question.
and went to New Orleans, and first thing they asked is, did you bring your guns? Because they had so many people shooting the airboats that were trying to rescue people.
Wow.
여기서
They issued
여기서
them guns.
사진 찍으면 안 되겠다. 막 날아갈 것 같아.
For Katrina?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was a driver as well.
You were? Oh, wow.
They were shooting because you wasn't going to them first.
No, but
Oh, like come over here, go shoot you if you don't? Yeah.
So, like, you would get there and you go to pick up some people here, and you would ignore them. They're like, hey, we're coming for you next. You know?
makes no sense.
Here, can't.
Lots of hidden feet.
Y'all enjoying the ride?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Nice and cool.
Welcome to my office.
Nice.
Y'all have any questions about anything y'all have seen so far?
How do the water levels change over the year?
This is normal water level for this time of year. We get about a 10 to 15 foot fluctuation in water every single year here.
Wow.
Summertime being our lowest, springtime being our highest. For instance, last summer, the end of the summer, August, September, this was completely dry. You could walk around through here. And then our spring waters is whenever we get our high water. You can see the more defined line on the trees. That's where our water was about a month ago.
Wow.
But it was actually lower than normal spring waters. You see where the greenish, whitish moss line is on the trees? That's where our normal spring waters get to.
Wow.
The reason why it didn't get that high this year is because at the end of the year, last year, the Mississippi River went through a drought. Well, that's where we get all our high spring waters from, is all the rain and snow melt from up north. The Mississippi covers about 40% of the country's drainage and a little bit of Canada. We get a third of that volume here in the Atchafalaya River, Basin. The Atchafalaya Basin starts north of here in Simpsport, Louisiana. It goes 170 miles south all the way to the Gulf of Mexico. It has protection levees on both sides of it. Y'all crossed over the West Protection Levee coming into the parking lot. In between both of these levees, it covers around 800,000 acres. It is the nation's largest natural river swamp.
Sorry.
No problem. Better that than the first. I know y'all probably thinking, where's the alligators? But this water's so shallow that they've kind of been forced to move out. We still have one or two alligators kind of hanging around, and they're going to hang in here until it's absolutely dry. Then they'll go. All of the food that they eat, the fish, the birds, the snakes, the turtles, everything is starting to move out of here because there's no oxygen left in the water. This is only probably about, and this is a deep spot, but this is only probably about the depth of that black paddle here. Not even that.
Not even that.
Oh, wow.
And this is actually deep. We're out there, you can see it's starting to dry up. So don't worry, we'll see alligators on the second stop. The water is deeper there, so. But these bell-bottom trees that y'all are seeing, these are all bald cypress trees, considered to be the new growth of cypress in the swamp. They're anywhere from 40 to 90 years old. Unfortunately, all of the old growth cypress trees in this swamp were cut down. They started harvesting these trees in the mid to late 1700s when the early Acadians first showed up here from Nova Scotia. And y'all gonna hear me say Acadians a lot. For those that don't know, that's what Cajuns are today. I'll tell y'all more about it on the next stop, kind of how the names evolved. But they used the cypress lumber to build their homes, boats, ships, furniture. And they're water resistant, as y'all can see, and very resilient to termite damage. As the demand for cypress lumber grew, they harvested these trees all the way until 1950. That year, the state of Louisiana passed a bill which is known as the Wetlands Act. And what that did was it banned people from coming inside of the protection levees and harvesting any more of these trees. So, unfortunately, there won't be any more new growth, but these are protected and they do live a very long time. Y'all have any questions about the cypress trees?
They had a lot of sawmills up and down, like old Highway 90.
Yep, a lot.
A lot of.
Highway 90, believe it or not, was actually, you talking about like Highway 90 going like south? Like towards Patterson, Homer?
Going Patterson, Franklin, all the sawmills.
That main ridge was actually once upon a time the banks of the Mississippi River.
Right.
And so when the high massive currents came through here, what they would do is they would down these trees and they'd wrap them together and they'd wait for that high spring rise where they could then flow them downriver to the nearest sawmill to either sell the logs or get them cut into boards, whatever they need. Y'all know what the gray stuff is hanging from the cypress trees?
Is that like other tree that's living?
What was that?
Is there like other tree that live with the tree?
Yeah. He means other trees, maybe other plants live on the cypress tree.
Yeah, well, it's called Spanish moss or moss. However, it's not even in the moss family. Moss is a parasite that grows from the trees, kind of like that greenish stuff from on the bark.
Yeah.
This stuff that we call Spanish moss is actually an air plant. It doesn't grow from the trees, it just hangs from them, collects all its nutrients from the clean air, the sunlight, and the humidity. It's actually a distant cousin to the pineapple, believe it or not. I'll tell y'all how I found that out the hard way. I'm giving my tour about a year and a half ago, and I'm talking to my guests just like I'm talking to you guys. And I have a lady from Texas. She raises her hand and tells me about this. Well, me thinking that I know it all, in French, a connaisseur, I kind of called bull, if y'all know what I'm talking about. She definitely was not happy with Captain Cal after I said that. I definitely didn't get a tip or a good review from her. So I got home that night and I researched it and she wasn't wrong. I called her back the next day and I apologized to her. She laughed about it and removed the bad review, thank God. Now my wife and my kids think that I'm going to bring a pineapple home from the swamp. I guess that's what happens when a country boy marries into the city, but we're just going to leave that where that's at. Moss was a useful source for the Acadians. They used it to stuff their pillows, mattresses, upholstery, mixed it with clay and mud and made a form of insulation in the walls of their homes. Ford Motor Company bought a lot of moss from this area to stuff the seats of the early automobiles. And the reason why Henry Ford bought it from here is the Acadians would ship it to him in cypress crates. He would then break those crates down and repurpose the lumber into some of the wood grain decor on the interior of the vehicle, the bed lumber, and the running boards of the early model pickups. Kind of have the wool over the sheep's eyes. Another native tree to this area is these right here, these two bigger ones with the longer green leaves. It's called black willow. Black willow is known for its medicinal value. From the bark of these trees is where aspirin was originally derived from. They still have a few locals around here. They'll shave the bark down, boil it into a tea, drink it for arthritis purposes or any type of pain relieving applications, hangovers, whatever.
When they tell you it's good, I try.
No.
Do y'all have any other questions or any questions on anything that I have not covered that y'all can see? Besides, where's the alligators?
They're coming, I know.
They coming, they coming. All right, well, if y'all don't have any questions, we're going to crank up. We're going to head east out of here. As we go east, the terrain will start to change. The trees will open up. The water will start to get deeper. Then we'll kind of parallel with the noise y'all hear north of here, Interstate 10. We'll parallel with it. Then we'll go underneath the bridges all the way to the east side. Then we'll head south, go through some little windy, curvy sloughs, and it'll open up into some lakes in the middle of the woods where hopefully some of my friends will be there waiting for us. Sounds good?
Yeah. Good.
All right.
I'm not sent to be better. Okay. Yeah.
Oh, it's coming over. Coming to eat. Oh dear. He's coming.
Y'all enjoying the ride still?
Oh yeah.
This is where the one-way tickets get off. Y'all got that
Right about here, huh?
Y'all got that round trip, huh?
Oh, yeah, look at
This is Hercules.
Hercules.
Oh, he's coming because you brought stuff, right?
He knows.
Yeah. How often do you feed him?
Not that much, to be honest with you. Y'all want to see how much? Our alligators speak French here. Come on. Hello.
Wow.
Oh.
Whoa. Okay.
Okay. Oh boy.
What y'all think about Hercules?
Wow.
Hi.
Hi. Hello. Big
Here's the other side.
Oh.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He's
Hands
right
and
down
feet
in the
inside the boat.
Yeah. Talk about that, right? You see?
Right there.
Oh yeah.
Rubbing his head. Oh, Lord.
Y'all see on this side or no? Yeah, that's all.
There he is. Hey, bet.
No
Oh,
questions?
How old is he?
It's hard to say based off of his size. He should be around 40 to 50 years old.
Oh wow.
This is a male.
Ah, man.
Oh, oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh.
You missed it, buddy.
And is this his area,
This
his
is
territory?
his territory.
Ah.
They have a few other
hang on.
younger males here, but he's the alpha male here. He
Ah.
was second in line to one we had named Clarence, but unfortunately they got him in the alligator hunting season last year.
Oh, and how do you know that they got Clarence and this is Hercules?
Because I'm with him every day. Size, Clarence was much bigger than him, and I don't like to say that, but I drove up on the alligator when I was kid
Wow.
with a boat full of people.
Oh,
wow.
And look, there's another one over there.
And
yeah.
how big was Clarence, do you think?
Clarence ended up, they taped him out. He was 12, 11. He was an inch shy of 13 feet.
Wow.
And are these females over there?
This one's a female, that one's a
저기
female,
있어.
and they probably have another female here that may swim up to us.
Ah.
We call that little one right there Jack Jack.
Jack, Jack.
If that one is blonde, like if I think that's who that is, she has like a blondish tint. We call her Suzette.
Huh?
And then there's one that's a little bit darker over here. We call Pookie. He's got a couple of girlfriends right now.
He's living the life.
Gotta keep the population up.
Oh.
There's two of them actually swimming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look at all of them.
Yeah, they're coming in.
So as much as three of them. As much as it doesn't seem like it, the alligators are very overpopulated in here.
Oh.
So much to where the state actually opened up the alligator hunting season to 2 months, September and October. Since the 60s, it was just September. Part of the reason why they're becoming overpopulated is there's not many people hunting or trapping them commercially anymore. There's no profit left in the wild alligator. For instance, Hercules is probably around 11 feet. 5 to 6 years ago, he would have been worth anywhere from $400 up to $800. Same size alligator as him today, $48 to $52. Anything 9 foot or less is $1 a foot.
Why?
Because of those TV shows, Swamp People,
Swamp
Gator
People.
Boys, stuff
Yeah.
like that. They've made alligator so famous that they created a huge demand for alligator meat. And in order to keep up with that demand for the alligator meat, they have alligator farms throughout the South now. 10 years ago, there was 8 farms in this state. Now there's 34.
Look.
Yeah. What's he doing?
Are these the two females coming up?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh dear.
What's he gonna do?
Hello there.
Oh, he just wants a little.
Oh yeah, look at him. He's going after
When
her.
is do they breed or
Right now.
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 Start beginning of May and it goes all the way through June.
Oh.
That's actually a male behind him.
Ah,
A younger male that was hot on the tail.
And then they'll have their eggs like somewhere up in here.
Well, they're gonna go all the way through June, and then by the end of June, everywhere as we see it here, will all be high ground. The females will climb up and they'll make their nest out of mud, sticks, vegetation, and they'll lay 40 to 50 up to 90 eggs in a clutch.
Wow.
Maybe 70 to 80% of them actually hatch, but in that first year that they're born, only 2 to 10% survive. They're born the size of a lizard. They're very vocal, and there's a lot of them in an area, so it attracts everything. Birds eat them, fish, turtles, snakes, other alligators. I've even caught bullfrogs out here. When I've cleaned them, they've had baby alligators
No
inside.
way.
100%.
Wow. Revenge.
Revenge.
The state allows those 34 farms to come out and pick the eggs out of some of the nests. They bring them back to the farm, and then they hatch them, and they're required by the state to return 50% of what they hatch.
Oh, look at him coming. He's cruising in now too. It's like,
oh,
They require the farms to return 50% of what they've hatched back to the exact same spot where they have picked them. Another pretty cool fact is the temperature that they incubate the alligator eggs in the farms determines the sex of the alligator. If it's 80 to 85 degrees Fahrenheit, the entire clutch will be females. 85 to 90, half the clutch will be males, half females. And anything over 90 degrees will be all males. So they can create what they want by adjusting the temperatures. Turtles are the same way.
yeah, right? Yeah, picture.
Put on the trail.
Oh yeah, look at
yeah.
him.
Don't lean over too far now.
You know,
Who's that phone?
I'm not going in to get you.
you know.
You're on your own.
Ain't no big deal. I'll ride him back.
Wow.
You'll ride him back? Really?
No.
Do you have any questions about alligators?
Yeah. Any things happen around here as far as people getting bitten or anything? No.
Alligators typically do not see humans as food. It's a huge misunderstanding. They get their bad raps from TV shows, crocodiles, and people from Florida.
Wait, so crocodiles.
They like people from Florida, right?
I don't know what they're doing over there. They get bit once or twice a week. What's that about?
Does crocodile eat people though?
Crocodiles do see humans as food, and they will pattern humans and eat them. Alligators, they really only eat what they can swallow. They don't chew their food. They have their teeth to grab stuff and rip it, something the size that they can swallow. Right, Herc?
I saw some menu in the Louisiana restaurant with the alligator, fried alligator.
Yeah?
So
Close
like
your ears,
that,
buddy.
yeah.
They're talking about your meat.
Tasted like chicken nuggets.
Good. They say in French, ça c'est bon.
We just wondered that there is some alligator farm out there.
34 in this state.
Yeah.
And they have them throughout the southern states. Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida.
The male is right here, so just
The females max out at about 6.5 to 7 feet max. The males will get up to 14 feet. Hercules has about a 13-foot head, but he's only about 11 feet, which tells me he's going to get bigger. He's going to get wider. He's going to get longer. Typically, looking at an alligator's head from the tip of its snout to across its eyes, in inches, it'll translate over into feet.
Oh.
Almost up to the 1/8 of an inch. But then you have some like this that have a much longer head, but that just tells me that he's not done growing yet.
Wow.
Well, real quick before we go, I want to tell you a little bit about my heritage and most of the people of South Louisiana. We're of a French descent, descendants of the original Acadians who were exiled out of Nova Scotia in the late 1700s by the British. The Spanish were in control here and they got word of the exile. So they sent word to them that they were welcome here. They would send ships to pick them up, and they would even give them land on these backwaters when they returned. And they did. However, they failed to mention the real reason why they needed them here was to help create a force, just in case the British ever came south and tried to colonize this area. They couldn't recruit any more Spaniards because the living conditions were terrible. They didn't want to come. Long story short, the British never came this far south. The Spanish left, and the Acadians stayed and evolved into what y'all know today as Cajuns. They weren't always called Cajuns. They started off as where they came from, Acadia, pronounced in French, Acadie. When they got here, they named all of these surrounding areas Acadiana. In French, Acadien. Short for that, it became Cajun, and then from Cajun to Cajun. And I'm pretty sure it isn't going to go anywhere, so we have a lot invested in that word now.
Yeah.
They also shared these backwaters with the Choctaw Indians. The word Atchafalaya is not Cajun or French. It's an Indian word which means long, swift river. The word bayou came from them as well, but they pronounced it bayou, and the Cajuns interpreted it as bayou. Y'all see anything along the way back y'all have any questions on? When I tie up, y'all ask away, all right? I'll give y'all an answer. I don't know if it'll be right, but I'll give y'all one. And if y'all got a bad review about me, remember, my name's Larry. Thank y'all, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, we did. Yeah. Oh, wait. What did he do?
Come on, Hercules. Leave him alone.
That's something.
No, that other male must have came close.